All right. Well, thanks for being here, guys. Welcome to Team Forever Strong's second week of Coach Basics for January. It is January 17th. Month is flying by. And I just wanted to take just a couple seconds here just to quickly introduce myself for some of the new people that might have called in that weren't on last week. But my name is Kathy Reuter, and I've been coaching for 2.5 years now. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I do this full-time. This is my full-time career. Prior to this, I was an elementary school teacher for 8 years, had my master's degree in special education, and we were so lucky enough to have this opportunity be brought to our attention, and Nick and I scooped it up, and I've been doing it now, like I said, for 2.5 years, and so my son is 4, and my daughter just turned 3. And it's literally been the biggest blessing for our family in so many ways. I can't even describe it. I love it. It's my passion now to tell everybody that I come in contact with about this, because I know how it can significantly change your life and get you to really just work towards that life that you really truly want to live, that you almost think could never happen. So anyways, I am so excited to have new coaches on the team and to be able to work with you guys really closely for the next month through our group and through these calls. So welcome and thanks for being here. Today we are going to talk about the business activity tracker. We call it the BAT, and we're going to touch on a little bit about how to form with people, what that means, and posting on social media, so that way we can have and build successful businesses over time. So before I dive into that, does anybody have any questions about any of the topics or things that you learned in Coach Basics for the past week? Or anything that you wanted to ask a question about before I kind of dive into this? Good to go? All right, awesome. So you guys are doing amazing, and thank you for participating in the group. You know, sometimes you have the groups and, you don't really know if anybody's doing any of the work because nobody's liking it, nobody's commenting, nobody's kind of chiming in. And I think people are like waiting for the other coach to do the first move before they follow suit. So I appreciate you guys stepping up and just showing that leader side, being an entrepreneur right from the beginning and actually participating and engaging. You guys, if you stick with this, you guys are going to be the ones who are going to take this thing to the next level in 2017. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep engaged, keep being a sponge, and then applying it to your business, and keep being on these calls for the rest of this month. And you guys are going to be amazed. You're going to be outstanding coaches, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes you over the course of this year. So what I wanted to do now is I wanted to go over the business activity tracker. So I printed it out, and it's in the files section of the Coach Basics page if you haven't printed it out or seen it yet. But I just wanted to go over it really quickly. So in case you don't have it, this is what it looks like pretty much. Now, you don't 100% have to use this specific sheet, okay, to track your business. You can use any method that works for you, but these are the components of the things that you need. Yeah, exactly. Like Jesse has a notebook. I use a notebook a lot now too. But when I first became a coach and I really didn't know what the heck was going on, I did start with this because it helps keep you more organized. And you just kind of need to know like what needs to be done every day. And it's really easy to just give it a check mark next to it. So, find what works for you. If this works for you, just stick with it. If not, a notebook. But it's so important, guys. It's one of the key things to really growing a successful business is, well, number one, realizing that you really are an entrepreneur in this, whether you are in this for a hobby or you want to turn this into a 6-figure income earning business over time. You are a CEO. And so you have to imagine yourself taking out that $500,000 loan to open up your own restaurant, right? You wouldn't just wing it every day. You wouldn't just come in the doors when you felt like it, close them when you wanted to. You wouldn't just show up and order a bunch of random food to serve people without taking a head count of, what people are ordering and how much supplies you'd use. You'd have to track it, right? So that you could be, effective with building your business and have that strategy nailed down. And so this is the exact same thing, only lucky for us, we got into this for a really, really small investment. But that can turn around and be something incredible for you guys if you treat it like a business. So one of the most important things is that we actually track what we're doing in the business every single day. So you really want to get yourself organized with this piece. I'm not saying you need to have it all put together and be this organized person. Trust me, guys, I am super unorganized. Like, I am a disaster area. My purses are a mess, bags are a mess. But the one thing that I am organized with is tracking the things that I do in this business to grow it. So you need to have a way to track it. And so this business activity tracker is a really, really good thing to use to refer to. So I'm going to go through it and just explain what each thing is. And so first and foremost, you're going to take this thing out every single day when you sit down to do what we call your power hour, right? So you want to think that you're going to be working on this business for an hour a day. And if you have to break it up into smaller chunks because of your work schedule, family, whatever it is, do smaller pockets of time, that's fine too. But we always recommend the minimum is an hour, at least 5 days a week. So when you have it all figured out, when you're going to be working on the business, that's the best advice that I can give you guys, is to literally take out your planner, look at your whole week ahead of you, and really, really pencil in, okay, when can I sit down and work on my Beachbody business? Like, when can I really pencil this in and do it so I don't have any distractions going on and I can focus on it and be really disciplined during that time, and just kind of block it off. You know, you might have a half an hour one morning, and then you might have 20 minutes later that night. One day you might not be able to do anything all day, but then nighttime comes when the kids go to bed and you're going to do your power hour 8:30 to 9:30. So it might be different every day, but just do what works for you. Be realistic with what you have going on. Make sure the amount of time that you're spending on this aligns with what your goals are, with what you really want to achieve and get out of this, and then just stick to that plan. So you're going to take out your business activity tracker when you go to sit down to work, and then you're going to go through each one of these categories. So the very first one is super simple. It's just beat proof the products work. Now, that doesn't mean that you are at your goal weight or you're where you want to be. None of us are, especially when we first start out. It's all about the journey. All that means is that you've made your shake, you've pressed play, and you're in a challenge group. That's all that means. And so as long as you do those things, you put a check mark next to it. All right. The next category is personal development, right? So we always recommend, and this is one of, like I said, a really important thing that's going to help you grow and become a more effective coach and then develop into a leader over time, is really setting aside 10 minutes of personal development every single day, which is why we always recommend either The Slight Edge is a good book to start with, or The Compound Effect. That really lays out how this business works so that you can understand that you're going to be putting in this daily work, right? And you're going to be like, where the heck are the results coming in? When am I going to see it? And you're going to do it, and you're going to choose to do it. And then over time, it compounds, and you really see the results. The Slight Edge. Awesome job, Marissa. See? It's literally one of my favorite books. That and The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster are my two favorite books. They are awesome. But it really gets your mind thinking like, all right, this is my own business. Whatever I want, I can achieve. It's all on me, right? The power is literally in my hands and with how I'm thinking and then the actions that I take every day. So you're going to make sure that you set aside the 10 minutes. Now, some people like to just listen to Audible in the car while they're on the way to work, when they're picking up their kids, maybe when you're running around the house doing laundry. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to legit sit down with a book and read it. Really just do what works for you so that you can stick with it, but don't skip it. And this is going to be a big thing for our team this year, is we're really, really focusing on personal development. So in case you didn't see, we do have I'm going to be having like a book club coming up. If you want to join, you can go ahead and you can talk to your coach. And it's just going to be like a 30-minute meeting once a week where we're going to all be reading the same book together. It's going to be The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. So maybe you might want to wait actually till the next one so you're not overwhelmed. But just keep it in the back of your mind because it's so important that you guys do it. So you're going to do that every day. Put a check mark. The next piece on the business activity tracker is staying connected. So we don't want anybody to become a coach and then all of a sudden it's like, where the heck are they? Did they drop off the face of the earth? We want to make sure that you guys are still alive and you're showing up, right? So this means that you are going to just literally, show up and listen to the National Wake Up Call. That's every Monday morning. And if you don't know how to get to the replay, I can show you, your upline coach can show you, but it's every Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can never catch it live because I'm with the kids, and most people can't on the team because they're working. They catch the replay at night, right? So you're going to want to make sure that you listen to that. And then checking into the team page. This is going to be really quick, guys. Like, you're going to literally check into your team page, whatever team page you're in. Just spend like 2 minutes scrolling through, making sure that you didn't miss anything important, and then leave the page. And you're not going to go back into that page again until tomorrow when you sit down to do your power hour again. Does that make sense? Some people get a little wrapped up with constantly, they're on their phone 24/7, and then they see notifications coming in. I never check my notifications. I literally never check my notifications ever. It's a big waste of time. Just make sure that you're going into the page and then leaving. You don't have to hang out there for every single post that's posted after you've already checked. Check it the next day when you sit down to work. And Team Beachbody podcast in the car for the replay. Yeah, thanks, Jesse. Yep. So it's perfect. It's a beautiful thing, right? When you can kind of multitask like that.
Hey, I want to tell you, so the newer coaches on here or anybody watching this replay, I'm not being rude. I'm literally doing my power hour as Kathy talks, because I got to be on another call with her after this, and I really need to go to bed, and I really need to get this done. But I want to make sure I know what she's saying in case my coaches have questions later. I can be like, oh yeah, I know what she was talking about.
See that? Leading from the front, Jesse. Doing awesome. So in case you guys think Jesse's totally ignoring me and being rude, now you guys know. All right, the next one that we're going to go down to is social media. So this is so important, guys. This is the piece that you are going to want to be consistent with, because once you've made that post on social media, right, you're letting people know, like, it's like you're coming out of the closet now that you're a Beachbody coach, right? You've made that post. You've let everybody know that you're a coach and you've started on this new journey and why you're doing this, and that you're looking to help inspire and motivate other people along the way. Now you've made that. People are watching you like a freaking hawk. I'm talking, they want to see, let's see if this girl is for real. Is she's just saying she's doing this whole thing, or is she going to really show up and make something of this, right? So you have to prove them wrong, guys, all right? And you have to be willing to show up on social media every day, even if nobody likes it, even if nobody comments on it. Trust me. I mean, I can't stress it enough. People are reading every single post you make. They are. But being consistent and showing up is what is so important. So we're going to talk a little bit about the types of posts that you should make. So every day, you should make it your goal to be posting at least 2 to 3 posts a day. Now, this isn't going to be like a Beachbody spam billboard for people, so that they're like, people shouldn't go to your wall and like know that you're a Beachbody coach. Do you know what I mean? If they can go to your wall and they can tell that you're a Beachbody coach, you're probably being really salesy about it, and you're not really sharing your authentic journey. You're more like kind of trying to sell something, and we don't want to do that, right? That's just icky, and it's just not the right way to run this business, and that's not the way that our team runs either. So 3 posts a day, and the 3 different posts a day that you can do, 2 to 3 posts a day that you can do, are going to be 1 personal post. So that means something that you have going on with your family or with your work, or just something that you did that day, right? Like, you don't want it to be all just health and fitness and Beachbody and Shakeology, all this stuff. People want to know that, like, you're a mom, that you're a full-time working mom, that, your kids are in soccer, whatever. You want your audience to get to know you over time. So you're going to share 1 personal post. So that's pretty easy. Whatever you're doing, just make a post about it and be you. The next post that you can make is an inspirational post. It could be some kind of motivational quote. You could go to Pinterest, for example. I do that a lot, and I'll find a quote that was posted, and I will kind of turn it around and make it my own, and I'll write a little blurb about it and how it relates to me, because you want to be authentic and you want to be yourself, because you want to attract people to you into this business that are like you. So you don't want to try to copy anybody else or be like anybody else. You just want to be you, right? So you could do something like that. Another type of post that you could make is you could do like a quote, or you could do an adding value post, which would be like a recipe or a tip, or anything that's going to add value. But you want to do a combination of those 2 to 3 types of posts every single day without fail, without missing a day. And so if you're super duper busy, and we have a lot of coaches on the team that just, they can't, like, they're not sitting at a desk, they can't get up a post, right? So there's a lot of automated programs that are free that you can use. There's Hootsuite, there's Postcron, there's Buffer, all these different things. So that way, like at night, for example, if like tomorrow you're going to be gone all day long and you're not going to be able to get up a post until like 8 o'clock at night, you don't want to go all day without making some kind of post, right? Then you can plan your post out the night before, you can get your picture ready, you can type it all out, and you can actually schedule it to go up automatically. You can click the time that you want it to go up, and then you can be on your merry way on your day tomorrow to work, and it will automatically go up on your wall. So if you need to look into something like that, just touch base with your upline coach and we can help you work through that. But you definitely want to make sure that you're being consistent with it, because what happens is over time, people want to sign up and join the coach who's consistent, the coach who's reliable, the one who's showing up no matter what. And that develops trust with people. So if you're all of a sudden behind the scenes inviting people to be a part of our challenge group, and then they go to your wall and they can't even tell that you're into health and fitness at all, and you're not sharing anything motivational or inspiring or anything that adds value, they're going to kind of be a little wary to join you or not, right? Over time, if you keep posting like this every day, trust me, you're going to inspire, guys, so many freaking people. It doesn't even matter. And you know what? If you annoy people and worry, if you worry about annoying people, trust me, it's a common fear with everyone I had when I first became a coach. You don't want those people anyways, like in your business or be part of it. There are way more people that will come to you over time that'll say, you are so motivating, like you are so inspiring, like thank you so much. And if you miss a day of posting, they will literally message you and say, is everything all right? Like, are you still coaching? Like, I noticed that you stopped posting these past couple of days. Trust me, you do learn to develop a little bit of a thick skin during this, but it's so worth it because of the amount of lives that you change and impact over time. That one random person or those couple random people who you might annoy, it's not a big deal. It literally just blows right over your head. And you know what? If they don't want to see it and be inspired or, be motivated, then they're probably unhappy within and they can't stand seeing it. So you don't want to draw people like that into your business anyways. The more you do it, guys, the more you share and the more positive feedback you get, the more confidence you're going to get with it. It's like with anything else. Like I just did a live video on my wall kind of about this, You're nervous to make posts on social media and everyone starts out that way. But you make that first post and you realize you're okay. You're alive. Nothing bad happened, right? You might even get some likes. You might even get a comment, right? And then the next time you do it and it's like, that wasn't that bad. And then you do it and you do it and you do it. And eventually you're like, you know what? Screw it. I don't care what people think. That is what happens over time. It's just the more you do it, the more confidence you get with it. Literally, what's that saying, Jesse? Inaction breeds, what's the last word? Oh God. I don't know. It basically makes you, like if you don't take action, like you're more stuck in your spot. Like you're less likely to take action the longer you stay like sitting there thinking, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Should I do it? If you just jump, do you know what I'm talking about, Jesse? What is that saying?
No, the one I know is, sorry to say no, but no.
I get it. What is that? It's driving me nuts.
I don't know. I think you're making that one up. I've never
Really?
heard it, but
no.
I know the one I always think of. It's the same principle as a body in rest stays in rest, a body in motion stays in motion. That's what I repeat to myself to get my ass out of bed at 4 o'clock.
That's true. It's so true. It's like you got to get moving. No, it's inaction breeds doubt and fear. The longer, yes, inaction breeds doubt and fear. I knew it. There was something there. The longer you sit there and you're like, I don't know if I can do this post. What are people going to think about me? Oh my God. Like, what is this person going to think? What's this person going to say? Is this person going to like it? The less likely you are to just do it. You just have to do it. And the only way, like I said, that you get better at it and more confident is to just take that jump and keep doing it. All right. So those are the 3 types of posts. And over time, guys, from doing this consistently over time, people will come to you. They'll know like when they're ready to get started on their health and fitness journey. because of your consistency and because of your credibility and because of the trust that you've developed now with people by showing up no matter what and just being authentically yourself. When people are ready, they will literally come to you. They will know, like, oh, I'm going to go to Kathy Reuter. I'm going to go to Jesse. I'm going to go to X, Y, and Z. They're going to know. And it might be 6 months in. It might be a year in. It could be, I mean, I still have high school friends, guys, coming to me 2 years in. You know, they've been watching me for 2 years. And they're literally coming around now. And they said, you're the first person I thought of because you're there every day without fail. And that's the coach that you want to be. You want to be the one people go to versus the other coach who's actually doing it, right? So those are the type of posts that you're going to be sharing every single day. The next piece on the business activity tracker is making new contacts. Oh my God, guys, this is seriously, I feel like every single thing, this is why it's on the tracker, is so important. So you're going to be inviting every single day, right? Asking people if they want to be, you know, in our health and fitness support group, if they're looking for help. You're going to blow through your warm market super fast if you're doing those 3 to 5 invites every single day, right? And then following up. So a way to literally never, ever, ever run out of people. Like, I never worry about running out of people. It is legit impossible. It's impossible. You can't run out of people to talk to. You just can't. And I started with 300 friends when I first became a coach. And now I have over 3,000 from doing this one method. From day one, as a brand new coach myself personally, I would always add at least 3 to 5 new friends every single day. And it was super simple with how I did this. All I did was I would go to my high school, I would pick like a high school friend, right? Way back in the day. I would go to my high school friend and I would look at their friends list. And anytime that I saw that we had like 8 or more mutual friends, I would look and see who the mutual friends were. And if I saw somebody who I knew was a Beachbody coach, I would not send them a friend request, because if you see another Beachbody coach, that's like their territory. So you don't want to go there. But I would send them a friend request. And then I would do that every day, 3 to 5 new people. When they accepted my friend request, in my notebook that I track my business and I track everything down in my notebook here, I would write a new page, new friends added, and I would write their name down. I never messaged them and said, thanks for accepting my friend request. I never spammed them and said, join my group. It's a relationship building business. It's more eyes on you watching what you're doing. That's what you want. You want to have as many eyes on you as possible. And it gives you new people to build real relationships with over time. And those ones take more time than your warm market with the people who you're already friends with. You know, you can send somebody who you've been friends with on Facebook for the past 4 years an invite to a challenge group, and they're not weirded out by it because they know you. You've worked with them. You did a sport with them. But you can't add a new friend to your list and then instantly right off the bat invite them, because they're going to be like, who are you? I've never even heard of you in my entire life, right? So what I would do then with those people is I would pick 2 or 3 people every night when I sit down to work, and I would go to their wall and I would start liking their posts. I would start commenting on their posts. I might even send them a private message about something that they posted, just to start to slowly build that relationship, right? And so it takes time. And you do that and you get to know the person. And then it's not awkward or uncomfortable when you say, hey, listen, I was just putting together my next support and accountability group. I was thinking of you. It's so much fun. I'm still looking for a couple more people to do it with us. Would you be interested in hearing more about it? Because you've now developed that little bit of a relationship. They're seeing you like their thing. So now they're paying more attention to what you're posting, right? And you do that every single day. It's a really important piece. Don't let a day go by where you miss anything on this sheet. I mean, this sheet, you got to do it every single day. Last night, I was so exhausted. I just wanted to go to bed. And I listened to the replay of the National Wake Up Call. It was freaking midnight. And then I was like, oh my God, I still need to get out invites and follow-ups. I'm so tired. The kids are going to be up at 5:30 in the morning. And I sat down and I did it anyway, because it's what's going to grow your business. So you have to just make it a priority. All right. Any questions about that so far? Nope. And in terms of like you mean like saturating the news feed, like with your posts, is that what you mean? Like you think that there might be other people posting the same stuff, like other Beachbody coaches in your friends feed? Is that what you mean? You want me? Oh, let me unmute you. Hold on. Whoops-a-daisy. Unmute. There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
I guess I meant like, I don't know, like I've seen businesses, like I have a lot of Roden and Fields people, and it can be annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I'm going to be authentic and I have no problem posting makeup bliss selfies, but it's like, I guess I just don't want to oversaturate it where people are like, oh, here she is again, but like you said, I guess you don't want those people anyway.
Right. You don't. And honestly, like, I mean, I know everybody does like what their passion is and what they're passionate about, and everything, but just a couple things. I mean, number one, it's like, I mean, I really do feel like, and I don't feel like, I mean, I know that what we're doing are legit changing lives. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
This is someone's life on the line. We literally
Right.
could save a life, with real programs, real nutrition, with the personal one-on-one connection of a coach and the support group. You know what I mean? So it's like, It's not just, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like
it's not just a product.
Right. Like it's so much deeper
Right.
than just Shakeology and like a workout program. It goes so much more beyond that. You know what I mean? So you got to think that way. And then also too, when you're posting at different times. So you're thinking, oh my God, like I just posted this. This is going to be so annoying. But not the same people are seeing your post all the time. Like different people are seeing it at all different times. So you just got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And literally, as long as you're not being like salesy, like, probably those Roden Fields people are being like salesy. It's like obnoxious in your face. Right. You're not going to be like that. You're going to be more about, adding value, for giving away free tips and free information. You know what I mean? Like, when have you ever seen, another, It Works giving away free tips on something, right? So that's the way you want to look at it. When you're sharing on social media, you always want to ask yourself, all right, how is this post going to help someone? Is this post going to inspire even just one person? Is it going to help just one person?
Right.
And ask that to yourself every single time before like you actually hit send.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't worry. It'll get easier as time goes on. The more I'm telling you, like, nothing builds your confidence more in this business than when you get your first group of when you get your first results from the program you're in. When you commit 150% to the program that you are in, and you're drinking your shake and you're really all in and you're sharing it, like, you're feeling so awesome and you're feeling so amazing. You're on fire and you're wicked enthusiastic, and post on social media comes so much easier and so much more natural because now you're feeling great about yourself. You have that belief in the programs and the products because you know they work, and you just literally want everyone to try it because you know it works and you want them to feel as good as you feel. So getting those first like results are so important to brand new coaches that come on that team. Like, that's really the process is, you come on the team as a brand new coach. We know you want to build the business, but the best thing that you can do to build your business is to commit to a program, get the results, share it, and then your business really starts to grow from there. It's really hard to try to build the business when like you don't have results to show because you were kind of like half in and half out. So focus on that first. It'll really, really help. All right, the next piece on the business activity tracker is invite to learn about the business. So this is just inviting every day. So this is a vital behavior that you're going to do every single day. You're going to pick 3 to 5 people on social media, and you're just going to reach out and connect with them, and you're going to ask them if they're interested in getting started on their health and fitness journey, and you're going to let them know that we have a support and accountability group kicking off in a week. You're looking for a group of women to join you. Are you interested in hearing more about it? And if you need specific scripts for that, I have scripts. Your upline coach has scripts that they use to at least get the initial invite out. And then after that, when they start writing back to you, you want to just be yourself and just talk about how much you like it, what it's done for you, and just have like a genuine conversation and really pretend like you're sitting at the kitchen counter with this person. How would you talk? What are the things that you would say to this person? If you're typing back to them and you read it over and you're like, oh my God, that totally does not sound like me. I would never talk like that. Then don't write that. Just be you. All right. So you're going to do that 3 to 5 new people every day. And it says in here too, like inviting people to our webinars. We have like coaching webinars. So I'm going to be running a 1-hour live coaching webinar in a week for people to learn more about the business opportunity. And twice a month, I run a coach blitz, a 1-hour coach blitz, which is an opportunity for people to be behind the scenes and kind of get an inside view of what coaching is all about, and they can decide if this is something that they want to pursue. And so you want to also be keeping an eye on when those things are coming up on your calendar so that you can start inviting people to be a part of those too. And I keep all the dates in our Team Forever Strong cover photo for all the important things happening in the month. So just, when you got your planner out, mark it down on that and work off of that. Like, you shouldn't be scrambling to try to get, invite people and get people to learn about the opportunity. All right. All right. The next piece is just following up. And so this is really where the magic happens, because you invite people and you invite them to be a part of our challenge group, right? You see the little check mark next to the invite, and then they don't write back to you. Totally normal, guys. I'm just letting you know now. It is totally normal. Most people will not write back to you on that first message. And it's not anything that you did. It's just because people are busy and they get caught up during the day and they forget, right? Or maybe it just wasn't the right time for them. You have to follow up with people multiple times and reconnect with them. And I have follow-up messages too that you guys can use if you need it. But there was like a statistic that said that it takes the average person like 7 talking points before they can actually get the person and get them to be ready to commit to get started on their health and fitness journey or to do the business. It takes that many times. So it's not just this one invite and then it's like, oh my gosh, no one's joining me. You have to do the following up process. And so I can share with you my process. If you'd like, your upline coach can. Typically, just really quickly, I do that first invite. I follow it up with 3 follow-ups. And then I ask, if I still don't hear from them, I ask them if it would be okay if I write their name down and let them know when our next month's challenge groups kick off and that maybe it might be a better time for them then. And then I add their name to my follow-up list for February. So I'm working off of a list all the time. I write everybody's name down that I'm talking to. This is so important because you can't run a business just by scrolling through your old messages. Like, you're going to miss so many people through the cracks and you just can't keep track of it, especially if you're doing the 3 to 5 new invites every day. So write everybody's name down. All right. The next thing is you're going to check in with customers as you get them handed to you, and then just connecting with your team. And connecting with your team is literally just being present in the team page, right? Showing that you're in there, liking posts, reading posts, engaging in the posts, being on the team calls, being engaged in the Coach Basics like you guys are. So that way when your coach is in there, like all of your upline coaches are in the group, if we don't see you posting or commenting or liking, we don't think that you're doing it. So make sure that you're in there engaging in that. All right. That is the business activity tracker, but so important, guys. Print it out, staple it to your planner, and when you sit down to do your power hour, you're going to focus on this every single day. Never let yourself go to bed without doing these things on the list. This is how you will build a business. And I remember my upline coach too telling me that way back in the day, Keith Callahan, and you'll hear from him. He's a super successful coach, really inspiring, super motivating. And I just remember him saying, these things sound so simple, don't they? You got the business activity tracker. We're telling you exactly what you do. We're telling you exactly what to say. Like, we're giving you all the training, right? And if you do it every single day and you never stop, you will build an unbelievable business for you and your family. But just as easy as it is to do, it's also just as easy to skip and not do. And that is so true, guys. So you have to be self-disciplined. Like, your coach isn't going to be like, hey, did you do your business activity tracker? Did you invite? Did you follow up? Blah, 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 because this is your own business. Like, you have to take ownership of it from day one and know that whatever happens or does not happen going forward, it always goes back to yourself. Always, no matter what. All right. So let's see here if there's anything else I needed to touch on. Just a couple of things real quick too. Sometimes it helps people when you're sitting down to do the power hour to set like a timer and to just make sure that you're working off of a checklist. So if you get caught up in spending way too much time. Like say like you sit down and do your personal development during your power hour, and all of a sudden you look at the clock and it's like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for 40 minutes. Shoot, like I only got 20 minutes left, and then I have to leave and bring my kids here and there. You know, it's just too much time. You want to make sure you get in every single thing. People will use a timer, and they'll set the timer and break it off into so that they can start and stop and move on to the next thing and be structured like that. When you're posting, a couple of things, I'm going to type it into the chat. When you are posting and you're doing your pictures, like you always want to make sure that you have like a crystal clear, bright picture. You want to make sure your lens isn't smudged. You want to make sure it's bright. You want to stay away from like writing a ton of stuff on it. It's good to have something on there if you want. You don't have to, but you definitely don't want to like decorate the photo and go, you know, crazy with the graphics, because then it's just a distraction. But there are some awesome apps that you can use that I'll share with you. So I started out using PicMonkey.com. So that's one right there. Also Canva.com. I use that one on the computer all the time. That one's awesome because you can make a photo, and then like later on, like 2 weeks later, if you want to use like the same photo but put something different on it for wording, you can go back in and edit it and use the same thing. PicMonkey doesn't let you do that. They let you, once you create that one image, like you save it, you cannot go back in and edit. You need to redo it all over again. So that's kind of a little bit, I mean, I used it for the longest time, probably the first year of my business. It's still good. There's that. There's WordSwag. I use Photify. Make sure I spelled that right. On my phone, I use Photify. I really like that one. That's the one I use all the time.
I'm just going to jump in while you're looking up spelling.
Do it.
I had added Marissa and Cindy to that vision group, the vision board group.
Oh, good.
For Lindsay Matway. And I'm still working my way through slowly because I'm obviously prioritizing my power hour. And if I don't have any extra time one day, I don't do like, I'm on like day 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
one of the days, she has a list of tutorial links for YouTube, and they're all super quick. Blew my mind.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah, so I'm very excited because I've been using Pick Canva, I think, on my phone.
Oh, really?
PicMonkey on, hold on. Let me look, and I'll tell you. PicCollage on my phone.
Oh, yeah, I was using that before too, but
it's not that great.
Yeah.
But PicMonkey wasn't on the phone yet.
Yeah.
So, but now that I feel a little bit better about knowing what the hell to do when I'm in there on the computer, because I was like, I'm not figuring this out, blew my mind. So I would definitely get in this weekend if you can and watch those videos, because you guys, they're quick and they were completely worth the 5 minutes time to watch them.
It's so true. And it's like, you don't need to spend forever. You don't want to also like waste your time, obviously, like doing the perfect picture. It's more important just to, you know, get the content up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time to design photos. And that in graphic designing is definitely not my strength. So it's like, I do the picture, you know, I brighten it up. I put a little thing on it maybe, and it is up, and that is it. It is what it is. It's more important, you know, with what you're saying, and that at least like it's some kind of eye-catching image, right? That'll get somebody's attention. All right. And the last thing I wanted to close with was a quote. I like to end with my quotes, but an entrepreneur is someone who jumps off the cliff and builds a plane on the way down. So an entrepreneur is someone who jumps off the cliff and builds a plane on the way down. And I thought that quote was really cool, because so many times people come into this business and they think they have to have it all figured out. They think that they have to know what to do, what to say. They think they have to be all organized, and you don't, guys. I am here to tell you, you absolutely do not need to have any of that. You don't need to know what the hell you're doing. All you need to do is choose to take action every single day. That's it. If you can choose to take action and do that every single day, your confidence is going to come up, and you are going to build a business over time, and you're going to love it, just like I do and so many other coaches on the team do. And this is going to be like your thing, and you're going to be so glad that you did it. All right. So does anybody have any questions before I let you guys head out for the night? Nope. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. You're doing awesome. Love you guys. And I'll see you on our team call Thursday. Bye, everyone.